Hey everyone! Anyway, here's... Hey everyone! I thought for my first video on this channel I'd do my Lightsworn deck profile because I'm going through a phase where Lightsworn are the only thing I like, so you know, why not show you them, quite honestly. By the way, Tom's here if you hear him in the background laughing.
Hello!
Because I'm a funny bugger. Anyway, first you want to run 3 Judgment Dragon. Actually, you know, I don't know why I run this, it's kind of a shit card. No. Really good. You always have 4 or more Lightsworns in the grave. Sometimes I get 2 of him out first turn, and then Tom decides to rage quit, and, you know, that's fun. Anyway, next you run 3 Raiden, because you need him on the field. Like, he's the best normal summonable monster. That was a weird way to say. He's the best monster to normal summon, just because you can mill 2, and he's a tuner and level 4, he can do a lot of shit, so, you know, it's really good. Also goes in combination with this, which is Lumina. Basically, you discard 1 card, special someone from grave. So, like, if you have Raiden in your hand and you summon Lumina, you can use her effect to discard Raiden and then special summon Raiden, which is a cool little trick that you can think of. Okay, the light makes the cards disappear. I'm just going to move it there. Sweet. Next, you want to run 2 Felice. I did run 3 actually, but I found that, you know, I was drawing it more than I was milling it, and you need to mill it. And again, she's a tuner, level 4, contribute herself and destroy a monster if she does mill 3 cards. It's pretty decent. Then we have 2 Wolf, just because he's a really strong 4-star, and if you mill him, get a special summon, so that's always good. Next I run 2 Garroth. It's another name in the grave, and his effect can be alright if you have nothing else. Like, whenever a Lightsworn mills cards, he mills 2, and then you draw a card for each Lightsworn that was milled. It's pretty good. 1850 4-star, it's decent. Next, I like to run 2 Lila, because she's not the best, but she's not bad at the same time. Plus, it's another name that you can go in the graveyard for Judgment Dragon. Yeah, I don't like running more than 2, and then since this is only a 40 card deck, really don't see the point. Next, 2 Raikou. I'm thinking of bringing him down to 1, just because he's not the best effect, but, you know, like I said, it's another name in the grave. Next we have a few one-offs for the Lightsworn monsters. We have 1 Celestia, just because another name in the grave, and that's pretty much it. You never really tribute someone with this deck, but if you do, it's actually a pretty good effect. Then 1 Minerva, just because her summon effect is very situational, but her mill effect is pretty good. When she's milled, she just mills an extra 1, so it's not too bad. 1 Jane, just simply because you're not going to be attacking with him much. It's usually Michael or Minerva that you attack with, or Judgment Dragon, not him, and it's just another name in the grave. Next, for non-Lightsworn monsters, I run 2 Honest, because it's semi-limited, so I can't really run 3, but he's extremely powerful, and yeah, doesn't really need explaining. He's basically wins everything. Next, run 1 Fairy Tale Snow. People usually run 3, but I have a strange feeling that it's going to get limited, just because it is pretty broken in this kind of deck. But yeah, so that's it for monsters, and I'll get onto my spells. Alright, now for spells, I run... Hi, Tom.
Hi. What are you doing?
I run 2 Charge of the Light Brigade, because again, it's semi-limited. Really, really good card. Basically, you mill 3, add a level 4 or lower Lightsworn. Next, you want to run 3 Solar Recharge, because you got put back to 3. It's really good. Discard a Lightsworn, draw 2, mill 2. It's a good one. Next, 2 MST. These are just in here until I get Twin Twisters, because you discard for Twin Twisters, so it's good for this deck, and it destroys 2. These are just fill in, or you can have these if that's all you have. Either one, just spell and trap removal, it's always good. Next, I run 2 Monster Reincarnation, just simply because sometimes you mill cards you don't want to mill, like Judgment Dragon and stuff, and if you have a Wolf in your hand, which you want in the grave, or a Felice, just Monster Reincarnation, discard that card, get Judgment Dragon back, and usually you special summon it when you use this, so yeah, it's good. Next, you want to run one Book of Moon. It's kind of a staple in decks, to be honest. Then a Lightning Vortex. Now, I would run Regeki, but this you have to discard, so it's good for getting more stuff in the grave, and it's pretty much the same. Like, not many people set cards anymore, like, except for Subterrors and stuff, but yeah, it's rarely ever going to happen, so, it's what I go with. Next, I run Reinforcements of the Army, because there is Raiden, Garroth, and Jane. They're all warrior types, so this is good if you need one of them in your hand. And then finally, for spells, a Foolish Burial, because you can do this, send a wolf to the grave, and then he special summons himself, so it's good. Basically, it's just special summon wolf to the field. And yeah, that's it for spells, so I'll go into my traps. Now for traps, we've got a pretty big lineup. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get through these. So first, we have a Solemn Warning, because it's a Solemn Warning, negates a summon. Next, we have a Bottomless Trap Hole, because don't like summoning. That's it. I told you it was a big lineup, guys. Took us a while, but we got there. Yeah, they're the only two traps you want to run, because you don't really need traps in Lightsworns. And yeah, that's it for traps, so I'll get into my extra deck. Alright, now for extra deck, I run 2 Minerva, because, you go into rank 4s a fair bit, but it's not your main play of the deck. She is good, but yeah, it's just not the main thing you want to go into. Next, Brigente Tsukiyomi, simply because if you have one card in hand, you can detach, discard it, and then draw 2. Or if you have a bunch of Lightsworns you need engrave, do that, and then draw 2. It's not a bad card. Next, you run a Michael, because it's a Michael and wouldn't be a Lightsworn deck without it. I'm thinking of putting him up to 2, because if they get around him, you go into him a lot, like a lot. So, if you have 2, I feel like that'd be better and more preferable. So I'm thinking of putting him up to 2. Next, a Psyframe Lord Omega, because you get into level 8 synchros a fair bit, and with Link Summoning, that's good because you can use his effect and banish himself. Then when he comes back, he actually comes back in the normal monster zone, not the extra monster zone. So he's kind of just a way around that. So you can do him and then use his effect, and then XDs for a Minerva or a Synchro for Michael or something. Then Psyframe would come back and it'd be in the normal monster zone, so you can get more than one on the field, which I think is pretty cool. Next, I run a Trishula, just simply because you can sometimes get into it. Like, you get Lumina, Raiden, and Raikou, and you got that. It is pretty rare that that happens, but when it does, it'd be cool, and, next, a Light End Dragon. I really only run that when I'm out of options, and it's just a good way to get over stuff. Plus, it really suits Lightsworns, I think, like the look of it, so, I have the room, so it doesn't really matter. Cards I am going to add to this are Scarlight, Red Dragon, Archfiend, because, like I said, level 8 synchros, you go into them a lot. And, that's pretty much it, actually. Yeah, there's not much else I can really add. Maybe a Dark Rebellion XC Dragon, but then Minerva's preferable to that anyway, unless you really need to get over a monster. Yeah, it's all really a personal choice. I feel like 2 Minerva and 2 Michael, and then maybe a Psyframe because of Link Summoning. It's really all you need, The rest is up to you. This is just what I like to run, and I will be adding a few more cards. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was my Lightsworn deck profile, and I'll see you next time.